Okay, hello everyone. It's been a few days since I posted a video, so I thought I'll do a quick one this evening. Obviously, I have been really zero trades since October 10th, and before that, I have been very extremely light, maybe two trades in those 2 weeks before October 10th. So tonight, what I wanted to do is kind of walk through a few stocks that I'm watching. Um, I even when I'm not trading, I continue to have primary watch list, and I continue to have things close on watch in the evenings when I get a chance to go through my routine, daily routine. It is my routine. I do it regardless. Sometimes I do it right before bed. Sometimes I do it first thing in the morning when I wake up. But often um, in my evening time. So I'm going to go through a few stocks that are still holding up. I am a long only trader. I build my watch list with stocks that are bucking the trend, showing relative strength, and I just sit and sit and sit until I feel that the risk is worth the multiple of the reward that I'm going to be getting. So let's go through a few of these stocks, and we'll make that quick, and then just share a couple thoughts with you guys at the end, um, and what I'm going to be looking and watching for here in the next few days. Needless to say, war in the Middle East, a lot of uncertainty. We've got the I believe inflation report coming up at the end of this week. A lot of things that's could move the market, and right now it seems like it feels like we're in a free fall. So let's go through the stocks, and then we'll go from there. So without further ado, let's move to the disclaimer. Do your own homework, your own due diligence. This is not investment advice, and not recommendation to buy, hold, or sell any securities that you see tonight. So with that, let's exit out of this, and let's go to TradingView. First stock that I wanted to, and bear with me here, I'm going to go through a few of these, and then I'll kind of um, go through my thoughts here and some really advice, because even though I'm showing stocks that are holding up, I I want you to kind of see how I approach this, not blindly, and it's for a reason. So we'll get there in a few minutes. Meta, obviously one of the best looking big cap stocks right now, that is holding up. Cup with handle, looks really good. Coming up on earning here very soon. That is on the 23rd. I'm not sure why earning came out. Oh, 25th. Sorry, that's Wednesday, 25th. So coming up in a couple days. Holding up very well, uptrend, and then consolidating in a cup with handle, outperforming the market here with the relative strengths. So this is Meta on my list, watching very closely. PDD was on my primary list today. This is set up nicely here at the 21 EMA. I think this is a little bit late. If you have read Mark Minervini's books, let's just kind of zoom out a little bit here. This is big cup with handle. Another way to look at this is, let's do that here. Wave one, oops, and then wave two. I don't know why that gets stuck like that. And then wave three, and you get the breakout. Okay. Um, in my opinion, really the buy here was here's your cup with handle, the smaller cup with handle here, and then you buy it coming out here some way. I didn't, obviously. I'm still, like I said, sitting back. So, or you can think of this as this is the breakout right here. This is your pulling back, first natural reaction, and then this is your second natural reaction. But this is mostly your first natural reaction here after a big cup with handle. what I really like about this, and yes, I know this is Chinese stock, but this is obviously being accumulated, right? Look at the market, what the market is doing, and look what PDD is doing. But what I really like about this is the volume pattern here. It's been a while since I have seen volume pattern like this. You obviously see the selling here, and you see this distribution, right? Red, red. But then this is your uptrend and accumulation phase on the right side, and then you see what happens on the upside. So let me clear this out. On the upsides, you see pocket pivots. When it pulls back, you see volume drying up. Again, on the uptrend, you see volume. And then on the pullback, you see volume drying up. On the uptrend, you see volume. And on the pullback, you see volume drying out. This textbook, textbook volume pattern. If the market, and I wasn't kind of really present on my brakes here in this environment to not overtrade and get ripped to pieces with the volatility back and forth and the selling and really nothing is working. As a swing position trader, it's extremely hard to really make money in this environment. So, but this volume pattern you want to memorize. You want to print this, you want to memorize it. And then your unbalanced volume is obviously telling you that, right? So if you click on that, double click on this unbalanced volume, it tells you intense buying pressure. That's the color here that you see coming. And then you've got multiple unbalanced volume high before price. So love the volume pattern on here. Unfortunately, the environment is not very rewarding at the moment. It says PBT, PLTR. Let's move a little faster on those. And you got your it's this is a little bit. I mean, this you can say this is a couple with handle. That the handle's starting to become a little deep here. But this is what I'm watching as well. So you get your strong uptrend here, and then now you're building this base and consolidating after failing a breakout here. So this is your attempt here to absorb the selling that's happening here, then set up again, and then hopefully move out. Okay. So this one, another one I'm watching, earning coming up pretty soon. ADBE is another one that I'm watching. Again, this is cup with a handle. Okay. And you see how a lot of these potential leaders, potential strong stocks, um, form cup with handles in the consolidation phase. Your uptrend and then your cup with handle. Now, when I think I posted this over the weekend, and someone was saying, well, doesn't volume here give you a pause? Okay, well, yes and no. The no is obviously, well, the yes, obviously, it's not like the PDD volume pattern, right? Would have I wanted volume dry out like this, like this? Sure. But is this a no for me? Not really. And I'll give you a little trick here, tip. When when you see things like this and you're not really sure, and you're hesitant whether this is bad or not, just flip to the weekly. So what I do is I flip to the weekly. Okay, the weekly doesn't. Now the volume is a little bit more clear than the daily. Yes, there's this big red bar here, and then there's this red bar here as well. But then you got the doji. Okay, so this is kind of normal. This is the start of your base. So big selling with the start of your base, that's okay. It's not a huge alarm. And then you got the next bar right after a big bar like this. Just went down, not that much really. So if you're gonna measure from here to here, that bar was down. I mean, let's just put that. 3%, right, from the previous close. It was down 3%, and then you get this doji at the bottom of your base. So you got selling, stop coming to market. So you got 3 down and then 3 up. And then this is normal to pause here because you have this this high volume here. So now you're building your handle. So this is normal. Red bars on the left side, no red bars coming back up. It's fine. And then now you're pulling back with your handle. So when the daily looks a little bit busy and you're not too sure, just flip the weekly. Just 1 week gets you to the weekly, and then you can have a little bit more easy volume analysis. And I recently made a change to this. So now when you flip between your daily chart, this line here for the volume average is the 50 MA. And then when you flip to the weekly, you don't have to flip that line anymore. You go to the weekly, and then now it flips to the 10-week MA automatically. You see if I disable this here, it will go back to the 50-week MA. So that's how it's going to look. And now it's using the 10. O'Neill and then the canceling method uses the 10-week MA, which is the 50-day MA for volume analysis. So this is now dynamic. So if you have not gotten the latest update, head to my profile page on TradingView and get that. So that's okay. It's fine, and it's a stock that's really holding up. Let's go to ASTC. There's another one that's also on my list that I'm watching. I would love for this to pull back down here if the market continued to be weak, and just kind of get us away from this up. This is really having a channel here. If you're into channels here, you draw that, and then down. Potentially coming down here, that will coincide with the 10-week MA, and then maybe market stabilizes in this area here, and then we get maybe a counter bounce rally or something like that. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna actually keep that on here and remove this and see how this unfold here the next few days. Again, just pulling back to the they're just consolidating. It's holding up strong. Unbalanced volume going new high, RS new high against the market. So another stock holding. Let's take a look at ANET. ANET, again, I'm watching this. I love the volume pattern. Look at this. I did another video a few days ago, talked about the volume pattern here and the volume pattern here. This was cup with handle in this area here. This is no longer a cup with handle, so this was cup with handle. But with the latest development, this is now too deep to be a handle in that cup. So I'm going to remove this out of here. So potentially, if you look at this, if this holds and then moves up here, in a few weeks, month, you're going to take a look at this, and this is probably going to look like this. It will look something like this is your wave 1 selling, and this is your wave 2 selling, and then potentially you go up, give us wave 3, and then potentially break out. Okay, so no longer coupled handle. This potentially could be your kind of VCP setup: 1, 2, up, down, 3, and then back up. Potentially that's what ANET is doing if it holds. ANTNX, well, NTNX pulling back here to the 10-week MA. This is kind of, this is the base that one up here, one back tested, coming back again. It looks okay. Not my favorite of all, but Doji at the 10 and 50 MA potentially here setting up. Not crazy volume coming back down. It's okay, a little bit heavier than I would like it to see. OBV is taking a little bit of hit because of that. But other than that, it's not too bad. It's holding up compared to the market. And then AXON. AXON is another one that I really like the volume pattern on. Pulling back, again, up on pocket pivots, and then pulling back on volume dry out. Okay, so I really like that. So we'll see what this is doing. This is putting A big cup with handle here that broke out and then pulling back to the 21 EMA, 50 EMA, just kind of testing. So you see all these stocks, right? So we went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stocks. And if you look at these stocks in isolation, you wouldn't even think that the market looks like IWM, right? You won't. Huge difference between these stocks and IWM. I'll come back to IWM here in a minute. I want to show you something on these stocks. I want to show you their RS lines, right? So RS line 98, PDD. If you guys don't have Market Smith, that helps, right? 98, PLTR 98, ADBE, Adobe 97, ESTC 96, ANET 96, NTNX, NTNX 96, AXON 94. You're getting the point. Strong stocks have strong arrest rating. Has always for tens and tens of years been the case. There's a reason why these stocks have strong relative strength and outperforming the market is because they have something. And if a bull market is going to start, which eventually will, doesn't look like it right now, but when it does, these are the names that are going to outperform. These are the names that are going to give you leverage and going to give you the gains that you're looking for. You can adopt a strategy that bottom fish and try to catch falling knives and stocks with RS 50 and 40 and 30. And there's a lot of people that don't believe in relative strength. But there's a huge difference between chasing relative strength and watching stocks that are holding up. A huge difference. If you're chasing relative strength, you're only seeing strong stocks, but you're not putting that into context of the rest of the market. And then you continue to plow in these strong stocks while the market is trying to drag them down, and you keep getting stopped out, and you keep getting over trading, and you keep getting stopped out, and you overtrade, and you continue to plow in stocks. So being a momentum trader and strong relative strength trader does not equal chasing strong RS. You don't want to fall into the trap of chasing RS. And that's the misunderstanding and the misconception in a lot of new traders and even traders that potentially have a different style but keep bashing folks that trade high relative strength stocks. I'm not a high relative strength chaser. I don't chase relative strength. I use it to help me hone in on stocks that are being accumulated because that's why they have relative strength. So be careful of that. Don't get blinded by watching strong stocks and continue to plow into them. So IWM looks like crap, right? But again, it's coming into support. That is a major support area for IWM. Are we going to bounce here? I don't know. We'll see what's going to happen in the next 2 days. Microsoft and Google, I believe, are reporting earning tomorrow. Here's Microsoft reporting earning tomorrow after the close. And this is potentially holding up very well as well. Here's your uptrend and potentially building your base here if we don't collapse tomorrow, right? And maybe we do that. Okay, and now you get your cup with handle on Microsoft. I know. It's hard to believe, right? You're really telling me Microsoft is going to build a cup with handle and then break out while we're on a brink of potentially Middle East war that's going to escalate. I don't know. Maybe tomorrow is just going to do this, and that's fine. I don't care, right? And you shouldn't care. Just wait and see what happens. I am a long trader only because I have work and I have other things to do, and I'm fine not doing much until the environment is right. But I'm always wired positive. I what would I like to see, right? Would I like to see Microsoft do this? No. I would like to see Microsoft do this and then up, pull, and back up, because then I can buy it here. That's what I would like to see. What's going to happen in the next few days, I don't know. And if it does this, then fine. We'll wait for something else to set up. But I'm always going to be wired positive, but that doesn't mean I don't understand and I'm blind to what's happening around me. I am not, because that's why I haven't traded since 1010, and that's why I'm not plowing in these all high risk stocks that are on my list. Just simply watching them and waiting for something to set up. So you got IWM sitting at major support. So we'll see what happens here. Are we going to bounce or are we going to break? I don't know. Would I like it to bounce? Yes, absolutely. I would like it to bounce, and I would like it to see if some of these stocks that I looked at, and I have plenty more that I'm watching, would set up and give me some opportunities to jump in on potentially high quality, high RS, liquid stocks. That's what I want to do. That's what I look for. And that's why I'm sitting patiently waiting for everything and for the puzzle pieces to start coming together. This list is one of that puzzle pieces, but there's still big piece that is the market that is not there. So we'll see what happens in the next few days. Tomorrow's Microsoft and Google obviously are going to be a big tell. If these two do not do well after they report, I think the QQQ is going to potentially play catch up with IWM and the rest of the stocks. And then we'll see how IWM reacts to that. So lots of kind of moving events here coming up this week. So we'll see what unfolds. So stay disciplined, as I always say. Think risk first. Avoid over trading. Extremely important. And sit and wait for your setups, low risk entries in the environment to be on your side. Right now, it is not. With that, I'll let you go, and thank you for watching.